What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Cultured Normies. Today we have a guest, Mick. Would you like to introduce yourself?
No, let's move on.
Okay, great. So today we'll be talking about our great way talking about our top 3 mangas today, and Ray will be going first. So just give us a sec. He's gonna send us his picture.
All right.
I'm
Here
waiting.
is my top 3. Dude, this
Oh,
is... I'm excited.
wow,
I want to see what
okay.
you guys think of this.
Wow, amazing.
Disgusting.
All right, I'll just run through these real quick. We got Goblin Slayer. Very dark, very fun. We got a romance, Kanojo Karishima, so Rent a Girlfriend. And then we got the last one, which is a fresh isekai, Lonely Attack on a Different World. That's probably... Yeah, all these 3 are some of my favorites. So, what do you guys think?
Mainstream is what I
except for the
thought
last
as well.
one, which
Screw
is
that, dude. Ray. The people saying mainstream are just flexing how like weeb they are.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with mainstream.
Good.
I have mainstream too, so you'll see. But yeah, mainstream doesn't mean bad.
Yeah, is Goblin Slayer mainstream
It's
though?
pretty
Is Goblin Slayer
mainstream, I'd say.
Yeah,
It was all over Reddit at one point.
wait,
But
what's
still,
the last
If
one
it's
called?
good, it's good.
Is it mainstream because they made it into an anime?
No, it was
Silence.
mainstream before then.
I think it's
I guess.
mainstream because people think it's
Fair.
dark just because like people get raped.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is true. Yeah, but okay. Rent a Girlfriend got pretty mainstream, but Lonely Attack on a Different World. Have you guys read
See,
that?
the thing is about isekai
I read
generic
that.
trash. There's so many that look the same. I can't remember which one this is. Like,
No, it's
I
a bit
think I've
like,
read it
different.
before.
They all have like their own little thing.
You want to just go through the
Yeah.
plot, like of the last one?
Let me just run through the synopsis of each
yeah,
real
sure.
quick. So, Goblin Slayer, if you don't know, it's basically a fantasy world and with adventurers, that type of setting. And so the main character, he's basically had a dark past with goblins, and he doesn't care about his rank in the Adventurers Guild. He doesn't care about money. All he cares is about killing goblins, and that's basically how it goes. And it's quite dark, but it's really fun. The second one, Rent a Girlfriend, is really fun. It's a set in Japan. It's set in Japan with a university age group of people, and the main character is a loser, just like
Wait,
Matt.
what?
And basically, he got dumped by a girl, and then he found this
Oh.
app where you can rent girlfriends for a certain amount of time. And the main girl is Bae, and she
Yeah.
is all-time
You know,
waifu.
It's
Matt
no,
agrees.
wait, that's not also agreeing. I'm saying like it's a pretty sketch synopsis, but they make it kind of wholesome, like the story. Because you wouldn't think a manga about
Yeah,
renting a
they-
girlfriend would be really wholesome or anything.
Yeah, so the main girl and the main guy get entangled with each other basically because their grandmas are friends, and then some things led to other things, and their grandmas think that they're dating each other, and so like since grandmas are friends, they're like, "Whoa, that's so awesome," and so they're kind of stuck pretending that they're real in a real relationship. But it's very funny and very cute. Last one is an isekai, so slightly unique, whereas it's a whole classroom gets isekai'd, not just one person. Not super unique. It has been done in other mangas, but it's pretty cool because this guy basically doesn't get any good skills. So the rest of his classmates, when they get summoned, they get to choose one super OP skill. Like fire element, or like they're super good at sword fighting, or they're an assassin, like some super good role, and this guy's left with trash, and he's a bit of a loner, so he gets all of the trash skills that are left over by his classmates, and then he basically struggles and makes do in the new world that he's summoned to. And what I really like about this one is that there's a lot of civilization development that happens throughout the story. And it's, yeah, one of my favorites. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have you read this? Does that synopsis remind you of one you've
It
read?
sounds
Matt?
like a lot I've read. Where a classroom gets
sounds-
isekai. That's
Oh.
not new. Yes,
Really?
that's not new.
No, Ray, I
I
read
have
it.
not read that many. Uh-huh.
Ray, I read the one you're talking about, and I can say it's the main character is a lot different because it's a lot worse. He's kind of like the main character in Mopi's novel. accepting
Okay.
like sucks even more. And
What?
I think that's
Oh
what makes
my
it a bit
God.
more interesting. I mean, I think I like a lot of other isekai ones, but that's why this one is not as, I guess.
Wait, what do you
cliche.
mean he sucks? How does he suck?
Like
In terms of like
personality-wise.
skill? Oh.
Yeah, I mean both.
Yeah.
Like I know what you
Really?
mean. I know why you wouldn't feel that way based on like some pivotal events, but like yeah, but like the whole vibe is very like loser vibes.
Well, he's a loser vibe from
Yeah.
from the start. He was like the loser of
Yeah.
loser of his classroom. Yeah, but I wouldn't say his skills suck because through like it seems that
'Cause-
way from the start, but
I know.
eventually,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
he
I'm not
becomes,
like
like-
spoiling it, but like
okay,
even with good skills, he just has a loser
Yeah,
personality.
dude.
Like extremely
That is
loser
true.
personality.
I mean, to me, it's kind
why it,
of
like,
it's
stands
kind of
out.
generic because
I can relate to it. Yay, leave me alone.
but like okay, for example, if you take like Shield Hero and say the synopsis, it'd be basically the same. You know what I'm saying?
No, Shoutout sucks.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
difference.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's a cute raccoon girl.
Okay, Ray. Priorities are right
Oh,
there.
sorry.
My bad.
No,
I didn't
no,
read Shield Hero, but I got bored of the
It was
anime.
boring. Manga as well.
Yeah, that's because it sucks.
Okay.
Were you saying something more?
Oh yeah. The last manga reminds me a lot of the do you know Tsuki Michi Moonlit Fantasy?
No.
What's
What's
it about?
So episode 2 came out in the on the anime site, and it's basically the guy who gets sent by a goddess, but then his servants are a dragon and like a super ancient OP spider.
Oh, I know this. I read that manga. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's decent.
And the MC kind of feels really similar to the one in Ray's list.
Oh, okay.
Did you read that one, Ray, before?
No, I haven't. What, like a loser?
Yeah.
Perhaps,
Kinda.
but yeah, I think you might like this. Here, I'll send a link
Yeah,
on
you
the.
can check that out later.
Very nice. Sounds good. But that's my top 3. Would highly recommend. Yeah, I tried to get different genres. So we got a bit of a dark genre, we got a romance genre, and we got the trash isekai genre, which I'm always a fan of. But yeah, that's me. Who wants to go
Alright,
next?
I can go next. Okay, you guys ready? I'm about to.
I'm
Okay,
ready.
I'm sending it. Okay, don't judge too hard. This one has a bit of mainstream, but I think there's some good ones here. You guys see it?
Oh yes, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Vagabond,
saying,
let's
right?
go.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right. Okay, so this one I kind of picked for like me the more memorable ones.
Wait, which one? Vagabond. Are you
Vagabond
talking
and
about
To Your
Vagabond?
Eternity, because I read those ones a long time ago. One Punch Man is something I like kind of
Okay.
currently keep up with, but also has a special place because I've been reading it like before the anime came out. So let's start with Your Eternity, right? So basically, I mean, this is an anime right now. I think it's still going on currently. But
Yeah, it's still
the main
going on.
character is not even a human. He's like this kind of spirit or weird being, like a mysterious immortal being.
Like a shapeshifter.
Yeah. So
Alien.
kind of, I mean, it's not really explained, but he's basically sent to Earth and he's like, he doesn't know anything. He starts off like a blank slate. And what he can do is he can, like take the shape of those people around him. So at first, like he'll start off,
Or objects.
Like he starts off like a rock, or like
Yeah.
later, he turns into like moss or whatever. And then later on, like you see his progression because later he takes forms of animals and then later people. And then you just see his journey. And it's not necessarily a lot of action or like romance or anything, but for me, it kind of gives me that slice of life vibes. And yeah, I mean, for me, it was really memorable. I enjoyed it. Okay.
And it has
Can
the
I-
same
can I say
author
something
as
about
this?
the
Sure.
or Silent Voice.
What are
As
you
what?
saying?
Same author as what?
Silent Voice.
Oh, really?
no,
Oh,
Konkatsu.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, no
Oh,
wonder
I
why
like that.
it felt so similar. That makes sense.
What? Honestly, I thought I was kind of sad. Okay, this is sort of spoiled, but like it's at the very start, so it's not really. So the guy, so originally the being is a wolf,
Yeah.
and he's the person's wolf, and I thought they were gonna like be companions, but then the person dies, and then the being becomes the
How is
person,
this
and I
not
was
a
like,
spoiler?
And dude, that's literally like in the first. Well, if you watch the anime, that's all in the first episode. So, but it's But what's really weird about this is, okay, it's pretty early on, so it's fine. But like, there are people around the being that see the being do very unnatural things, and for some reason, they don't. They're not suspicious of it at all, and it's just like, okay, like, why aren't you scared of this thing? Like,
Dude,
I
it's
honestly
obviously
got bored pretty
it's
fast.
it's a special power called plot armor.
Exactly, bro. After reading so much manga, you should be familiar with this.
Don't even question it, bro.
True, but I was just like, I could not tell where it was going. I lost interest super fast. I honestly probably needed to give it more of a chance, but I
It's
lost
one of those
interest.
things where like you have to complete to see the whole story like unfold. Kind of like,
fair.
Yeah, it takes really long because basically the main character can only transform into the things that die around him, right?
Is
Or
it things
living
that
not necessarily die.
Yeah.
guess
I mean,
the rocks die.
to like
In the well, he started as a rock. I don't think that's true, but like I see why you're saying that, because all the early things he transforms into the things that die around him.
and
But
basically
I think he can
I
do
think
whatever.
it's just those who leave a strong impression on him, he'll just try to transform into or something.
no. For
I'm pretty
living
sure it's
things,
death.
it was
It
their
is death?
souls.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It is.
Yeah,
Like their
remember.
souls go inside of him, and
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
this might be a spoiler, but in the
It's okay.
future, the souls like kind of guide him through his
Oh
journey.
yeah. Okay. I remember now.
Oh.
It's been so
Okay.
long. It's been years since I read this, but
Then how did he become Moss?
okay. You know what? If you guys want to find out,
That's
start
no
reading
worse.
it. Okay.
That's fine.
Moving on. Next
Yeah.
one. This one is
Moving
this is a classic. Vagabond. Okay, so I think a lot of people know it. It's quite popular, right? But basically, it takes place in like feudal Japan, where there's like wars and stuff. You know, like samurais and everything. And there's this one guy like named Shinmen Takezo. Basically, he starts out in a village, and he's known as like this devil kid or whatever. And then one day, like him and his like friend choose to leave the village, and then they like try to be a swordsman and everything. Because during feudal Japan, you kind of get recognition based on like your achievements in war and everything. So Vagabond basically is this journey of this one guy to become like this OP sword saint in a sense, right? And it's really good the way they built the plot, and also the art is amazing. Yeah.
Bro, it's Miyamoto Musashi.
Yeah.
That's one of the most famous names. in
Yeah.
Japan.
That's also, he starts out as Shinmen Takezo, but he's known as Miyamoto Musashi. It's literally like a tale that people tell in Japan, like a myth from back then.
Oh,
He
so it's
wrote
like
a
based
book,
on.
The Ten Rings, which is a real book.
Yeah.
Oh. So it's based on like a real legend.
Yeah, it is.
I guess
it
is
is.
it a legend or is it a historical
Yeah,
event?
it's like kind of like Three
Historical.
Kingdoms kind of thing, you know. When they
Okay.
write on people back then.
Oh.
But the way it's written,
It's
is
how he learns the sword.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's like super realistic.
Yeah,
without
for
any
sure. There's no like, you don't
supernatural
feel that superpower vibe when you read it, you know.
elements.
I
Oh,
like
nice.
superpower
Okay,
vibes.
but this is good, bro. Sometimes you need some realism, you know.
I don't want to work hard. I want to be transported into another world. and be
Okay, Isekai.
But I heard there was a farming arc in this manga, which like
Farming
threw a lot of
arc?
people off.
He becomes a farmer.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I was like, maybe I
I
should.
think you're mistaking with Finland, bro. Finland Saga.
Villain
Vinland
Saga.
Okay, never mind. Let's not spoil it too much. But yeah, Vagabond. Okay, so talking about like having no superpowers, leading to my next One Punch Man. So that kind of counters your statement earlier. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this, right? Because everyone's watched the anime. But I honestly will say the manga is better. Okay, arguably One Punch Man season 1, the anime lives up to the manga, maybe even better. But like after season 2, it's not really worth watching. And if you want, if you
Yeah.
kind of want to actually get into One Punch Man, because the manga is like drawn so well, not the one by the original author one, but like the well drawn one. Yeah, I mean it's really good. It starts out with this bald dude. If those people who don't know One Punch Man, Saitama, who basically trains really hard and becomes the strongest dude. But it's not like a shonen because there's a more comedic aspect to it. So yeah, I mean everyone should know this by now.
It's like a
Yeah,
parody,
it's a
right?
parody. He's just so
It's kind
strong.
of like a satire.
He's just so strong. There's no challenge. But the manga is still going on, and it's really well drawn. If you give it a shot, like it's one of those mangas
Yeah.
where you can feel like you can see the action, happening.
Yeah, I like the art is really good, but I don't know if I'm the only one who has this problem, but I have this problem for a lot of mangas and One Punch Man included, where like especially doing fight scenes when there's a lot of things happening, and since it's like manga, it's in black and white, I find it sometimes really hard to tell what's going on.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. Some scenes are like really big scale. But I don't know, man. Sometimes that adds to it. So I don't always want to just see a wall of text like in Chinese manhua, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I'm saying like the art is good, but yeah, it's just sometimes when there's powers and fighting and there's lines and everywhere, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, what's going on, my guy? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and the thing about One Punch Man is that in the recent chapters, like we haven't seen the main character in like 10, 20 chapters.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. That's
Something
why I
like that.
kind of stopped reading for a while. But I'm kind of saying it because early on, like the first bulk of the chapters are really good. Because I remember
Yeah,
actually
And-
Mig recommended this
Well,
to
I'll tell
me.
you why
you
he's
know?
not there. It's because
Yeah. If you
in
want
the
to read
original,
ahead, then
it doesn't play out
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
In the original, I'll just spoil it because everyone already knows it. But King was supposed to do a bunch of stuff. He was supposed to fight all of them. But then the author of this one, the artist, he changed it. So now everything's like waiting for Saitama, even though King does like end the fight. That's
yeah.
why it
Oh
feels
no,
way
but
too
in
dragged
the
out.
most recent chapter, King comes
Yeah.
out.
I mean, like he's supposed to have done a lot more already.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's that.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, if it's more for people who just like dropped it because it's season 2, you know.
Yeah, I did not. I love season 1.
Season
and
1
did
was
not.
amazing, dude. Oh. Okay. Anyways, let's move on from this. Who's going next? Is it Mo?
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
go next. All right.
Just pull up that picture.
Give me a sec. Boom. So yeah, all of the manga on my list are completed, and they're kind of
Ooh,
unique
okay.
in their own unique ways. You might recognize the art style of one, but okay, here I go.
Yeah,
So, has anyone read any one of these
I've only
three?
read Helck. The
Okay.
other two I have no idea.
Wait, what's the
Yeah.
third one?
It's called Instant Bullet, IB.
The
Oh,
first
okay.
one looks really.
not
The
read
first
it.
one looks
Here.
really weird.
Yeah,
it does.
it is like I started reading it because of the interesting cover, but it was actually really good. So basically, the first manga, Densetsu no Yuusha no Konkatsu, it's basically after the hero defeats the Demon King, he wants to get married. So the manga is about the hero going around finding marriage candidates.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, basically that's it. And since it's completed, I think it only has like 30-ish chapters,
Oh, okay.
but it's definitely worth reading. It's really funny. And the art is
I'm
pretty
guessing
good.
it's more like a comedy, right?
Yeah, it is. And yeah, because each side, no, side girl?
Side girl.
I don't know
Is
what
it?
to
Is
call
this a harem
Each-
manga?
Side hoe.
No,
Is this a
no.
harem?
It's not.
Really?
It's not. He ends up with one person at the end, and it's very cute. I like it. I recommend it a
awesome.
lot.
All right.
It's a hidden gem because yeah, I started reading it because it looked so unique and the art was really good. So
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
heard of this.
Not gonna lie, if I saw this, I'd immediately just
Yeah, I'd scroll past it.
ignore
dude.
it.
I think it's one of those
Yeah.
horror or like
Oh,
creepy
no.
ones.
yeah.
no, dude. Okay, the cover is very misleading. He doesn't date any of those monsters. They're all human.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, give it a try. It's very short, but it's very worth.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe I'll
Alright.
check it out.
All right, next one is Helck, the legend. And now you know a little about this one, right? Did you read it
I
until the
don't
end?
remember reading it until the end. It's been a while. Wait. Because the art looks similar to something else I read before. Is it? Anyways, continue.
Yeah,
I'll just
okay.
check it out.
So basically, this manga starts off as a comedy. So the plot is about the hero. His face is kind of cut out here, but he's on the upper right. His name is Helck, and basically he's the hero of the human nation. And for some reason, while there is a tournament to pick a new demon lord in the demon world going on, Helck goes to the tournament and participates as a uh
Yeah,
participant.
like a candidate,
So he
right?
basically, yeah, as a candidate. And the girl in the cover is one of the four heavenly demons who is like the judge, and she wants to get the human hero out because it's common sense, but everyone in the demon world loves the hero because he's really cool and macho and really troll and funny. But yeah,
I mean,
it's no, but the thing is, it starts off as a comedy, and as the story progresses, like, and more things are revealed about the world, it becomes really dark, and the ending is just really, it's really impressionable.
all right, maybe I'll give it a go again because I forgot about most of
That
that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
really like the sound of that synopsis. Actually, I'm adding that to my
Yeah.
list.
I mean, I'm searching
Yeah.
up pictures. The dude's face looks so troll.
Yeah, basically.
Just like a Giga Chad. What the heck?
Oh my days! Holy crap! What the
Just
heck?
look at these.
Oh my
He's like
days.
He-Man. He's basically
Yeah, dude,
He-Man.
these muscles they're drawing. Like what the?
Oh my days!
Alright, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
probably
but
read this pretty soon.
like you look at the hero and you think he's so ugly and like so stupid, but as you keep reading, like, such a great guy. I don't know. I should reread it. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, so I bet no one knows
No
this.
idea.
Does
No
anyone know
idea.
this? Okay, so does the art style look familiar?
It looks kind of cute. It
Is
does.
this
It
a
does.
is this a
I don't know what
shoujo?
to.
It should be. No, it's not
Not a
JoJo.
shoujo.
No, don't search it up, bro.
Kaguya-sama.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's Kaguya-sama?
same author as, yeah, Love is War. No, it's the
Oh,
same
okay, I was
author.
like,
It's
no.
Yeah.
it's the author's first work. It's what he debuted with.
Oh.
Oh.
What's it called again?
And Instant Bullet.
Instant Bullet. Okay. Continue.
So the plot about or the plot on this manga is the main character has a tragic past where his sister kind of murdered the whole family and things happen, but he has a so instant bullets are 20 superpowers that 20 people have that are prophesized to destroy the world, and the main character has one of them. And the girl in the cover is also one of the holder of the instant bullets, and they each have their unique powers. And just so I won't spoil much, but if you look at the last chapter, there is the author's note because this manga got axed
Oh, really?
because and he went on to make Kaguya-sama, but the catch is that he promises in the last notes that he'll come back to this manga someday. Because I read that this was the first manga he wrote on, and he basically thought this through high school and all the way to his manga career and started off with this. And I'm guessing that once he finishes his contract writing Love is War, he might return to this, but who knows? Yeah, it's really bittersweet and I'd
You know
recommend it
why
a
it
lot.
got axed?
Oh,
Because
why?
it's bad.
I mean, maybe he just started
I'm
Kaguya-sama,
joking.
right? Is that what he worked on next, or is it not?
I think he had a few in between.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
maybe he just went on to work on some other stuff.
Yeah, but no, this isn't well, I'm not sure, but it's really good. Recommend it. Give it a try. And same author as Love is War, so
Yeah. I kind of like the interesting sentiment, like the author's gonna come back. But that means it's like the story doesn't finish, right?
yeah, it's on a cliffhanger, but
Oh, that's
like
sad.
Oof.
no, but the things that happen in between are still like because it's really depressing compared to Love is War. It's really sad and there's a lot of tragedy and there's also like good moments too. So yeah, just give it a try.
All right, I'll add that to my list. Okay, so last one is just Mig, isn't it?
Last but
Yeeks.
not
Best for
least, Mig Star.
Last and least,
Oof.
it's your
Last-
boy.
Lego.
Yeah, I did
Lego.
one of the
I'm ready.
smallest
I'm pretty sure Mig
picture
has been in the
sizes
game.
possible.
Mig has been in the manga game.
Nah,
for
I've
long.
never read manga my whole life. I don't know what this is at all.
Oh, dude, these are good picks. Dang.
First time
okay.
reading manga my whole life.
All right. You know,
In
the
case
first one I
anybody
almost added.
comes and watches.
I almost added the first one to my list.
So yeah, I never read this. It just like happened. Like I just heard about all these. You know, I'm not a weeb or anything like that.
Sure.
So yeah, I did. Just like rumors and stuff. Like I heard about the first one, and just like it's about this dude meets this little mini chainsaw demon, and then becomes a part of him. And he just goes and cuts stuff. But it's pretty good. It if you know like Jujutsu Kaisen, I'd say this is like that but better. And it is completed. Like I won't spoil it.
There's a lot of chapters
Oh,
out.
it
it's
is completed?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh. I know there's
It
anime
ends-
coming out, right?
in a way where it's not done yet, but it is completed. Like this whole main story,
Dang.
and it's pretty good. It's definitely much better than Jujutsu Kaisen. If you guys are a fan of that, or whoever's watching this is a fan of that, come and fight me.
I got bored of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
I'm on
For
board
me,
with you.
Jujutsu Kaisen stands out for the anime, but like manga-wise, I definitely agree Chainsaw Man is much better. Like I read that.
Yeah, I mean, when you
feel
start
in
it,
terms
it's
of-
pretty good. Like
yeah.
it's very troll, and you're not gonna think it's like anything like
Yeah.
yeah.
particularly weird, but then you're gonna like fall in love with it. Yeah. I just like happened to know, dude. Like someone
Yeah,
had told me, and I never read.
A chainsaw dog demon.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's so troll.
And then the MC is just like retarded. Like I like he has negative
Yeah, but it's
IQ,
funny.
bro.
Yeah, sometimes that's just all you want to watch. Like
Yeah, that's all you want to watch.
the main characters of the other shows are like too cringy, and then they like say the names of their skills. I hate it, like when people do that. I just want to like vomit. And this guy just like cuts things like. Just like bro, that's it. That's all it is.
I like that synopsis. Great way to put it.
All right. And then
Yeah,
the next
I've
one.
heard
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead. You had?
I've heard a bunch of like hype, especially since the anime was announced or the anime adaptation was announced, and there's so much hype on it. But I was like, another trash shonen.
Oh,
but I'm not
dude,
gonna
no,
lie,
it's-
even though you described it so simply, it does make me want to go read it now. That like even though you describe it so simply.
I gave a really bad synopsis because I don't want to spoil it. It's actually really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It's a lot
I
of
wouldn't compare
deeper
it
than
to
you
like a
think.
trash shonen because if you read it, it's actually quite dark, like in the things that happen.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, you
Oh.
look at the tags, and like one of them is horror and silent,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like, wait, no, not silent.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, whatever. But one of them is horror. There's definitely like character development, story. It's not Jujutsu
Yeah.
Kaisen for sure.
But like the horror aspect is kind of canceled out just because the MC is too dumb to like process the horror stuff going on.
It's really
Yeah.
fun. Sometimes there'll be times when he's like stuck in a situation, and then like in most stories, either he gets like a power up or like he does some like fancy strategy. But in this one, it's just like I don't freaking care, dude. I'm just gonna cut things,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, that's like 100 something chapters. That's literally just it. was good, and I stayed and watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just read the first chapter, and I saw the MC cutting a log with a chainsaw log demon. It's so troll. He's just like
Oh
lumbering.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if you didn't know, it's like
it's
in a world
funny.
where there's demons, you know. So like his special power is like he combines with this dog chainsaw demon, and basically his arms and head become a chainsaw when he uses his power. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks pretty
I was
lit.
wondering what that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it gets a lot deeper. Anyway, let's go next one. So next one is JoJo, and I mean everyone's gonna say this is a meme, but it is the best.
Done.
Let's go. Yeah.
Dude.
Wait, is
I don't know,
is this the
JoJo
whole
is
series or
is,
like a particular?
No. Let me break it down. So it's like very iconic, obviously. Like a lot of the memes coming from it, even like the soundtrack, especially Giorno's theme.
Yeah.
So I read all of it because I really like this particular. Oh, dude, Steel Ball Run. That one's really good. I think manga wise, Steel Ball Run is my favorite one out of the whole series. But for you to appreciate everything that's from Steel Ball Run and afterwards, you need to know the series that came before, like all the ones that came before. But I put up part 5 as the cover pick. So parts 1 to 4 I hate because it sucks. It's just boring. I think part 5, Golden Wind has the best anime, and then Steel Ball Run I think by far is the best story. But for you to really like Steel Ball Run, you need to have read the previous ones because it's an alternate world from the original parts. And for you to like recognize the people who appear in Steel Ball Run, you have to know the previous ones. But damn, it's like one of the best in JoJo. And like I think it's part of like the overly masculine characters that's like borderline gay. That's just it's interesting.
Dude, that's so true.
Like you ask yourself, like, why do you wear those clothes? Like, why do you do that? Like, why do you pose like that? Like, it's so gay. But they're so confident that it's cool. Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
a big recommendation.
Dude, the first 3 seasons, honestly, I got bored after
Yeah,
the
they
first
suck. They
3.
suck.
Like anime or manga?
Yeah, I like after the third one. Well, it was the anime. I did
Right.
watch the anime, and like that was like skimming mode as well. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I also wasn't really in the mood for like shonen because to me it was just very typical shonen.
It is.
Would you say
First-
shonen or okay?
First
It is
four,
okay.
first
Good.
4 parts are really, really bad in my
No,
opinion.
I agree. Cause like Ray, I kind
yeah,
of stopped
I-
after like season 3 because it was getting boring. You know.
It's fine to skim
Damn.
as long as you know the characters and in general like what happened and who people are. Just go straight to part 5. Honestly, that's the only part that I actually like really thought was decent. And then once you read Steel Ball Run, bro,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna love,
I think I get what you
JoJo.
mean because like like I tried because I heard Steel Ball Run was really good like on Reddit. Then like
Yeah.
I just tried to get into it, but I couldn't because I didn't know what's going on, so I kind of dropped it.
Yeah,
But, like,
yeah.
yeah,
Because you
you
don't
gotta
like
know what's going
you see
on,
names pop
right?
up, but you don't know what it is. Like different stands or like the ball, what it's called. Like you don't get what it is, but then if you know the past, like names and what people do, like damn, that's such a cool like reference, whatever. So yeah, check it out.
Like it all connects.
Oh, is that a
okay.
JoJo reference?
Funny.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
second one.
honestly, I started JoJo just because of
the
all
memes.
the JoJo reference memes. Like that was like I was like I'm out of the loop for too long. I need to find what's up. I need to be part of the group.
For me, I started before the
It's
memes,
funny.
like the anime, like first season, but I thought it was just so weird. Like what, like vampires, like Hamon, like all these weird posing and stuff. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, actually,
That's
like
the
it
first
was.
one.
I didn't understand it. Like it was too mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It was like a
I
whole
think
new dimension.
the other thing is like it's very not plot armor in a sense where like if the dude's in a situation where he might not win, then he straight up just won't win, and then the consequences of that will play out. Like one of his friends dies, or like he loses some body part, or like something happens. Like if you watch Golden Wind Part 5, his friends just like die one by one, and then they just keep progressing,
shit.
and it feels like the story progresses because you know you fight, you win some, you lose some kind of thing. and it's pretty cool how they like
Oh.
figure things
I see,
out
I
and get
see.
through each fight.
Intense.
I quite like the sound of that because going on a bit of a tangent here, but I didn't think of this. I don't know if I would put
Oh, I was thinking of
Akame
that
ga Kill
too.
on my top 3 or not. But
Oh.
spoiler alert, skip to the timestamp shown if you don't want to hear it. But Akame ga Kill, what I really liked about it is that like people actually die. Like it doesn't have like the plot armor, and it's just like, yo, this, because there's a group of main characters and like a lot of them just die one by one. And when I first saw it, when the first person died, I was like, oh shoot, you know. And it's like you kind of think, are they gonna like, you know, do that like miraculous comeback? But no, they don't come back. And it's like, I don't know, I found that so refreshing. Like it was so refreshing that people actually died, and it wasn't that like, oh, I'm about to die, and it's like, power of friendship, level up, you miraculously got resurrected.
It's like
Basically,
so
no,
annoying
no.
because
Like,
the villains are always so
yeah.
powerful, but they just always wait for some stupid reason for the MC to just power up to wreck them. Like what?
You gotta let
Yeah.
him remember his childhood memories, bro.
Flashbacks.
That's like standard etiquette.
Oh, and like talk no jutsu. Like no one dies and the enemy becomes your friend at the end.
Yeah,
So
bro.
Oh shit.
Oh, the other thing is, if you like that, the fact that people like die when they like lose fights. The other thing about JoJo is like, you're not gonna know some of the enemies' like powers. Like in the other ones, like, oh, dude, this guy's so strong because he can do this. But then like in JoJo, you're just like chilling, like drinking a Coke, and then all of a sudden like your arm is spaghetti.
Oh,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
frick?
Oh shoot.
And then like, is this an enemy stand? I mean, that's a meme as well. Like, I think it's more realistic in the sense that like you find it out as you go, and not having information is also like part of what adds to the suspense.
I mean, yeah, that's realistic because usually like the characters are like that in animes, but like the audience will know what's going on. But in this sense, like you kind of journey with the MC, right? Of like finding out what's going on. That makes it more
Yeah.
interesting, I guess.
Anyway, let me move on to the third one because we're running out of time. I split it into two because they're
is that
basically
Berserk or
yeah, it's Berserk.
Oh,
It's very similar. Like both are like similar reading vibe. So the top one is Vagabond, the bottom one is Berserk. And I say it's similar reading vibe because like if you don't like it, you're not gonna like it. And if you don't want to stick with it, then you're gonna drop it. Like and there's no like convincing you to come back. I think Vagabond is much more like
yeah, I was
tolerable
about
than
to
Berserk,
say.
but
Berserk is much more intense. And,
yeah,
you know.
it's very long, and you're gonna get bored like a lot of the way through, because a lot of the signature moments they're very like in between. Like it's like like in the beginning, you're not gonna even know what's like going on. It's just gonna be like fighting stuff.
Berserk
It's just
just
gonna
has
be
a
really
lot
high
more
action.
WTF
Yeah, and then
moments. Like
yeah. I mean like a lot of memes too, but it's very boring. It can get boring a lot. But when you like know what's happening, you come to those big moments. They're really memorable. Like the Golden Age arc,
okay.
or the parts when he like rescues Griffith, or the Eclipse, or when he gets his armor. Like a lot of these moments are really like iconic, but to get there, you need to go through a lot of like I wouldn't call it filler, but it's
yeah,
definitely not
it's
fun.
just very slow progression, right?
journey.
But like it pays
Yeah.
off when it happens.
Yeah. And the sad part is the author, I think,
Oh,
already
dang,
passed
really?
away. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's not
So
completed
Berserk
yet.
author passed away
What?
a
Oh,
month
that's so
ago
sad.
now, maybe?
Yeah, not long.
Which was very sad.
Oh man, that's like literally one of the most famous mangas.
But it's very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
those
first
are my
experience. Oh yeah,
No, go ahead. I'm done.
yeah. So my first experience with Berserk, I think,
Oh,
was in
shoot.
middle school,
Oh.
and
Oh.
I read the first chapter, and it was just like gore and blood and like ripped bodies everywhere. And I was like, nope, out of here. And I haven't
Dude,
touched it since.
for
But
me, it's the
I
anime,
don't know.
and the ending of the first season is just so WTF, you know?
People hate the anime though of Berserk because it's so
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the
not like
adaptation
Berserk.
was trash.
Well, but there's the old one,
Dude, the
right?
new one
Or
is
the old
trash. I
one
mean, I
is
watched the old one. The
pretty
new
good.
one, I didn't like the CGI. I was like, I
Yeah.
give up. It's so bad. I tried for like 1-2 episodes.
Just read it. You can. It's fine
Yeah.
to skim. Just read it.
I think I was reading it, but like you said, I kind of got bored on the way.
Yeah, I skimmed a lot because it's boring. Like he's just walking around like hitting skeletons. Like I'm not reading like 300 chapters of that.
Yeah. I I did read Berserk in high school, and I think it was like too deep and too dark for me at the time when I was just reading happy Chinese manhwas where you just destroy everyone.
Curb stomp.
And yeah, I remember there was like the parts where I was just going through the forest and killing skeletons, and then I was like, okay, I don't really know where this is
And then he
going.
keeps
I'm gonna
getting
go
these
back to my
flashbacks. You're like,
trash
oh, what's
isekai.
wrong? I want the story to actually do stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like the beauty of it, I think, is what also inspired Dark Souls, and it's the feeling of like having no hope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like how the eclipse is coming, and then you're like,
Yeah,
oh, like
that's what
there's
I heard.
no way you can beat it. And the fact that he keeps going and keeps fighting, but even though he wins like battles now, he is like slowly dying because it's just like injuries upon injuries, and he's alone. Like that feeling of like despair, but then like still going against it. That's what makes it unique.
No, I get what you mean, because like especially when like the first like demon lords or like those super OP, they're introduced. You're like, dude, there's no way this guy
like
can
they're
win.
literally
What-
gods.
He's just a human with a
Yeah.
little crossbow and a sword.
Yeah, the dude with the big,
Yeah, I was like,
big sword.
Aha.
Yeah, I mean,
give it a shot. It's fun. But I recommend Chainsaw Man.
it-
Like if you haven't read that, go read
definitely
that.
like as an introduction.
Yeah,
if
I
you're
wanna
new to
go
it,
read
you should
that.
Chainsaw Man first. If you're more in for like a
Yeah.
more heavier stuff, I guess like yeah, Vagabond and Berserk. I'd recommend
Berserk is,
Vagabond
like, the
over
last.
Berserk for now. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
No.
start with Goblin Slayer.
No.
That's like a low level
Oh, wait.
dark.
Yeah, dude, I read
Oh,
Berserk
Right?
before
Like work your
Goblin
way
Slayer,
up, right?
and Goblin Slayer is
Huh?
like baby. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly. No, that's what I mean. Like you work
Yeah,
your way
but
up.
Goblin Slayer has like they just there's like they cut up people on like shield and stuff.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah, there's,
nudity.
you
Oh
know.
well, there's nudity.
Oh, Berserk is
Berserk.
way dude. Meg the horse scene.
Dude,
The
I
horse
saw like the
scene.
image
Oh,
of
man.
like the
so many
horse.
memes
and it's
about
like,
that. Oh
Yeah,
my
I mean, I don't know
days.
like how he imagines it, but it's so unique. Like it's beyond scary and it's beyond messed up that it's just like wow, like I didn't know you could even do
Wow,
that.
Wow.
how can your mind be so messed up to write this crap?
Yeah, like yeah, it's to the point it's like that's interesting. Like you can do that.
oh shit.
Uh,
I mean, like it's like if you explain to someone, like you literally can't make this stuff up. You know, like what happens in Berserk.
Yeah, and I mean that's like part of like this world building, which is what makes it really unique and what's inspired Dark Souls because it's so like the creatures are so unique and there's like parts of the world that all like interact and an overlying like an underlying story, like the egg and how the egg leads to like the next person, as well as like the process of how a human being becomes part of the god hand. It's like the fact that it's all connected and be so messed up. Like, it's not like the author just drew like a weird horse penis dude just to like mess with the readers. Like it's all part of the story. It's like,
Yeah, there's
dang.
that sense of like
It's
just
pretty unique.
twisted. The world is just so twisted, and it kind of builds up as you read it. You know.
Yeah, I
Wait
mean
a
it's like
minute.
fun
Oh
to
wait,
explore.
can I ask one thing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so basically there are the evil gods, right?
Yeah, the god hand.
Yeah, are there like good gods too? Like any chance of hope for the future?
Like there is, but they're like nothing. Like they're literally nothing.
Oh
Compared to the
shit.
god hand. Yeah. I mean that's the whole point. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
like
it's really like
harmony hope.
all odds are stacked against the MC. You know, that's why it feels so despairing.
Yeah. But that's why it makes it feel so
Shoot.
good as well. Like when you watch him and he has that armor, the berserker armor, and he goes like the full dog mode. It's
Yeah.
like cool to watch.
And it's like you just see him like
He's
you
got
just see him
Berserk armor,
toil
not
through the
plot
whole
armor.
thing. Like you don't feel him like power up or something. You know, he like kind of slowly gets stronger.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely
you go
doesn't feel
kill
like
skeletons in
scales.
the woods.
No, it's not like you get XP from it, you know?
Like all the isekais you pull up, you know,
like,
the game log and everything.
yeah, you're like, yeah, I just leveled up. Yeah, it's literally just a dude with a big ass sword and he swings it around and he gets hurt and then like loses an arm and then he puts like a bow on his arm because he lost
Yeah.
his arm. Like it's like that. You know, it's like
Freak.
it's not any better. It's just it is what it is.
Dang.
Dang, that's brutal.
It's fun though. Give it a shot.
All right.
That's it. That's all for me.
That's it. Thank you for sharing. Nat, do you wanna
All right.
take us away?
Take us away. All right.
Yes.
So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Cultured Normies. It was a bit shorter this time. We didn't want it to drag on as much, but I think we got some good stuff in here. You know, some good recommendations.
That's some good stuff.
Yeet.
Yeah. What I'm really looking forward to reading is
Yeah,
Helck
I'm
and
gonna
Chainsaw
read
Man. That's what I
Helck
want to
soon.
read. Those are the ones that stood out to
Maybe
me.
maybe I'll continue with Berserk sometime, but that's like at the bottom of the list for now.
Mm.
'Cause it's really
Yeah.
heavy because I've tried to
Yeah.
yeah, it's so long.
It is long.
I feel like if I read
Oh
Berserk,
yeah,
I'd be
yeah, dude, read it
depressed.
during happy times.
Probably.
Dude.
So you can be sad.
Like, bro, but I'm always sad. So,
Just gonna
right,
amplify
can't read
the
Berserk.
depression. Okay.
Nah, dude, Instant Bullet and the hero goes marriaging thingy. It's very lighthearted.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, kinda.
I mean,
Okay.
it was also a
Kind
mixed
of.
list, but Vagabond's pretty good. You know, I'd say it's a classic.
It is good.
Yeet.
It'll change the way you
That's
view
cool.
like a fight. Because like in the other ones, people just
Yeah,
scream
yeah,
out
yeah.
like their spell names and then they just hit each other. Yeah, I mean it is. That's exactly what it is.
Lightning Darkness
Yeah,
Blade of the
exactly.
Dragon.
Yeah, dude. It's like nasty. But like Vagabond is just like literally the beginning. It's just like the guy doesn't even know how to use a sword. He like
Yeah,
hits
yeah,
someone
yeah.
like a stick, but he hits them so hard that the dude
It's-
like blacks out. And then eventually like he learns how to like actually do stuff, and the way he thinks during the fight, it's like
That's
guess you
where
can
I
apply it
kind
to
of
real
feel
life,
like
not saying
Vagabond
you
and
can fight,
Berserk are
but-
similar. Not saying Berserk's like real life, but like the characters, they feel
Yeah.
realistic. You know, like they start out weak, like
Yeah.
you know, they feel superhuman. Yeah.
I mean they don't have to start out weak, but like during the fight, it's like you see what led to what, not like
Oh,
I'm gonna cast big
yeah.
ass
That
sword
reminds
hitter.
me.
Like
Reminds
the
me of
guy
another
actually
manga.
like
You know,
yeah.
Holy Land. Oh, okay, yeah, but it's
No.
basically this guy
Oh,
who street
wait.
fights a lot, and it's really
I've never heard of
realistic.
it.
Like they take in a lot of like, you know, martial arts like stuff for real, and he like Berserk and Vagabond, he's just like really weak, or like there's a lot of development that feels realistic. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
this looks
I-
like Baki,
I no,
which is
it's a
not
lot better.
realistic at all, but
I guess that's one more special suggestion again. Okay. Anyways,
cool.
so that was our episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.
yeet.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.